think they changed the multiplayer too. We were dominating in that, man. Remember that?
We was killing the fucking multiplayer, bro.
That was awesome.
Just mutton dudes.
All right, we got 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Just say Kids Movies broadcasting Halo 5 Guardians.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see that YouTube chat too. I can't do all that on my.
Damn, no, I can't be right back because it throws off the image box.
Boxes. Yeah. Yep.
So shit. Oh, I know what to do though. I could just boop silence myself right quick. I'll be back.
I just hope Major Nelson doesn't get turned into a zombie in this show.
Man, this the last one before E3, right? So they
I know, yeah.
Something.
Well, yeah, just something, man. That's right. I was surprised when Phil tweeted out about Halo Gears and see. I know Sea of Thieves are going to show the new trailer of what that new stuff is, but I don't know what that Gears news is unless there's some new playlist or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know we're definitely going to see the live State of Decay, which I am canceling my my pre-order today. I already got Game. I had the Ultimate Edition pre-order, but I got Game Pass, and these bugs kind of worry me a little bit. So I'm
gotta try it. I know. Same here. Like I thought about doing it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my Game Pass. I got my month from PAX. I have $10 credit from rewards, so I'm gonna use that for Game Pass. Cool. I'm gonna use that, and then I'll do another month, do 2 months if they adding Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, because
I won't have Master Chief Collection, but I want to see it for PC if they can do it for that. That would be cool.
Mine just re-upped, so I'm definitely gonna be using it on there.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't mute his thing.
Oh. Here we go.
All right, we got a minute.
Got a minute to see what they're gonna be doing, man. Shout out to Fame for coming through.
Appreciate you inviting me, kid. Wish I could have came through earlier for your other one.
Call of Duty one, yeah.
Yeah, wish I could have came through, but yeah, I was busy, man. Work been killing me.
Nah, it happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, that was at 1 o'clock too. That was rough. It was like right in the middle of the day too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think I was weird for companies to do that, man. Like folks, folks ain't
know. It is weird. I don't even really think they needed to do all that pop on circumstance. That could have been 3 trailers, really.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this thing. Sure, I can.
Y'all watching through Mixer?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The mobile Mixer is very good.
Yeah, because I'm gonna start streaming heavy next month, so I can get my Mixer level up.
Yep.
Five, 4, 3.
If you're in the chat, let me know how the volume is. What's up, Daniel? Denji?
What's up?
Rest in peace to Xbox Addict.
Xbox Addict, nice dude, nice move, classy.
Classy, man.
Today on Inside Xbox, we survive the zombie apocalypse by the skin of a bloater's teeth.
That's so sad,
all
damn.
things State of Decay 2. Well, except Larry. He gets ripped in half.
That's actually true, I saw it. And we've got the latest campfire scuttlebutt for Sea of Thieves' first major update, a PUBG announcement, and a couple of brand new reveals for Forza Motorsport 7.
Plus, Sean Murray will be stopping by from Hello Games to discuss why you and your friends should be
Hey, yo, my sound not
No
coming
Man's
through, is
Sky
it?
on Xbox One.
Nah.
Plus,
Like
our
my
friends
TV?
at
Okay.
3 with the Master Chief Collection update and more.
And we have a proper deep dive on one of the most critically acclaimed games this generation, Divinity Original Sin 2.
This is Inside Xbox. You didn't say that I had died. Why?
You know, you would think going in, like, would it be in a show right before E3? Any type of small stuff you want to get out the way, like, it's the perfect platform to do it.
Welcome to Inside Xbox. I'm Larry here of Xbox Live's Major Nelson, along Graham Boyd, Jeff Rubinstein,
It is,
Ricari
okay.
Austin, and Alex Hebert.
Hunker down, gather your supplies,
Still.
and brace yourself for our biggest, fastest episode
Okay,
yet.
my
We're
bad.
talking State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, PUBG, Master Chief Collection, Forza Motorsport 7, I'm Out of Fingers, No Man's Sky, Divinity Original Sin 2, and a behind-the-scenes look at the just-announced Xbox adaptive controller
Alright,
and
so
what it took to bring this amazing project
Halo's
to
probably
life.
like the only worthy
Plus a
surprise.
couple of fun
Oh,
surprises.
never
Master
mind.
Chief
Never mind.
Collection.
Delicious.
Speaking of tasty treats, we've got a gruesomely delectable feast waiting for you at the end of the show. Our real-life State of Decay 2 escape room experience. We stuck some of our favorite internet personalities in cages, blindfolded them, and gave them a set of challenges to see how they would fare when zombies roam the earth. And spoiler alert, surviving is not for everyone.
I ain't gonna lie,
Now, in
these
just a moment,
little
we've got
events
some
they
news
do
for
is like
Sea of
so
Thieves'
corny
first
and cringy.
expansion, The Hungering Deep.
Yeah.
Plus a desert date you don't want to miss for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But first, Alex, Rukari, you had a chance to actually see and experience the State of Decay escape room experience. How was it? Clean, tidy, filled with treats?
I'm gonna tell you this, some of us saw it, others did not. Isn't that right, Alex?
I got to watch from the outside looking in.
Yo, he looks like the second coming of Carlton.
I'm gonna throw
Yeah,
up.
we I got to watch you try to figure out how to get out of a room.
Well, that's a surface hub behind them.
All you do was play dress up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, that I guess is that big. Oh no, they got the. I'm sorry, now they got the Surface, that big PC there. From that thing's amazing looking. So expensive though, like $3,000.
But it was fun.
You know, this kind of stuff is nice, but
It was
my
actually
goodness.
Kind of challenging realizing that we had to work together as a team and not worry about the individual.
Really?
I hope the money's not going to that and to cupcakes.
Hey, the need of the
Whose
That's
mic
the
is
budget.
loud? Is it my mic?
We're just gonna throw that one out there.
I can't believe this one didn't
I'll
work
turn
out
it
for you
down.
guys.
Now, of course, we want to hear from you, the community, so keep the conversation going at #InsideXbox. And in honor of the zombie apocalypse, we'll be giving away copies of State of Decay 2 throughout the entire show. So keep the chatter flowing, and again, use that #InsideXbox for a chance to win. Now, Grant, you look like you are itching over there with some news. What's going on?
Hey, give us some news.
Got a bit of a zombie nibble last night in State of Decay 2, but I'm sure it's fine. Now, my friends, when Sea of Thieves set sail just 2 short months ago, we began the first stages of our grand pirate adventure together. We've braved fierce storms, explored sunken ships, battled the mysterious Kraken, and faced the most cunning, persistent, and dastardly foes of all, each other. We've shared stories of epic treasure hauls, daring escapes, and truth be told, despairing defeat. Forced to witness fellow pirates make off with our own hard-earned chests and skulls, even our chickens, for crying out loud. That's just foul play. But that was all just the beginning of an even more swashbuckling saga. So, come join me by the fire and perk up your lugs to hear tales of the new adventures that will emerge from the hungering deep.
I wish he didn't have to go into like poems or anything like that.
The life of a pirate is fraught with danger. For you see, to journey out onto the waves is to take a step into the unknown. There are things which have lived there and ruled there far longer than us. Great terrors from the deep. Some I've seen with my own eye. Many have tried to gain control over the sea, but it does not reward the greedy or impatient.
Oversized shark.
The ancient people encountered monsters so
Better just not be a Finn.
powerful that they worshipped them as
Bro,
gods.
chill, huh? It made you the whole shark body, huh?
Even
Maybe the whole shark body.
creatures, they'd offer a sacrifice, and in return, they were allowed to sail the seas undisturbed. Most would tell you that these are just stories, but I know different. And now I hear whispers from across the waves of ships disappearing without a trace, sightings of something impossible. Just stories.
Oh shit.
Now, did I ever tell you about a vicious parrot that stole my eye?
It would have been nice if this was in game and like,
There you have it.
like
Official
that's the
whispers
guy
of
telling
new
you the story or
dangers
something
and
like
fresh
that.
adventures coming to Sea of
Yeah, it'd been
Thieves
dope.
on May the 29th. This is
Uh,
the first of 6 planned content updates this year. The team at Rare have been doing tremendous work keeping the community informed with blogs, tweets, and videos. So don't forget to check out seaofthieves.com and twitter.com/seaofthieves for all the latest news. Jeff, what is going over there? It's not a picnic, you know.
By the way, I really appreciated your voiceover in that.
Yo, he was like, some of this stuff is like extra corny and cringy.
But anyway, if you're one of the millions vying for the ultimate poultry prize in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, well, you may have tried your hand at the desert map Miramar on the public test server. No doubt dropping Hacienda in the process.
I mean, what's there to show on PUBG besides the new map?
Expect the new map to officially launch into Xbox Game Preview.
Didn't the map, like the maps were released on the mobile version before, right? It didn't officially launch.
I have no idea.
That's what I saw yesterday. It's like the mobile version got the map now, it's still in preview on Xbox. Like the mobile version has more maps, apparently. I don't know. I don't play it. This is the map that they were supposed to get. This is the one that's in the test, right?
Yeah, they gotta be it.
Well, there you
Desert map, yeah.
There you have it. The arid adventures of the desert map Miramar begin on May
The test server
24th.
one.
We can also confirm that the map will launch with a brand new title update that will improve performance of the game overall and make for a better PUBG experience. Thanks to all of the fans who helped out on the PUBG public test server, and stay tuned to Inside Xbox next month at E3 for even
How was that
more
game still so
PUBG
broken?
news. Now, coming up,
I have no clue, man.
Dangerous World
Digital Foundry
Simulator
destroyed it
Zombie
like earlier this week or last week. Like
followed
it was
by
like a 12 frames.
with the developers
I have no
right here
clue.
on this very stage. But first, oh dear, I see Larry limbering up.
The new map for
That can only
PUBG
mean
is
one
on the
thing.
24th.
It's time for
Miramar or whatever.
Like officially, or is it going to go into another game preview?
Officially.
No, but it's coming with the patch that supposedly improves the game. It fixes it. Stability.
All right, here we go. 1 minute and all the Xbox Game Pass updates from A. Are you ready? Start that clock. Why Xbox Game Pass? One membership, 100+ games, all for $9.99 a month. Plus, new Microsoft Game Studio games shipping day and date on Xbox Game Pass. That is bonkers, people. And the games, they just keep coming, one after the other. With just this month, we've got State of Decay 2 launching on Xbox Game Pass day and date, May 22nd. Mind blown. And that's just part of the May story. We also have Pro Evolution Soccer 2018.
My man say the games keep coming. Okay.
Hit after hit after hit.
4-player couch co-op. You, your friends, one hot kitchen. And then don't forget Laser League. Pew, pew, pew. My goodness, Laser League.
Laser League Fighter. I played Laser League the first time back in January at PAX South. Laser League, my game, bro. That game fire. That's a legit hell of a pickup for Game Pass.
Extended, Sonic and Knuckles.
Laser League?
The revolution in the game platform.
Yeah, that game's fun, bro. You gotta try it.
I'll try it.
Download just 3 Xbox Game Passes in the month of May. You'll be entered for a chance for $500 to spend at the Microsoft Store. What more do you need? And coming this June. Oh, we are out of time.
Oh,
does
Larry
that shit
may
a
be
lot.
out of time, but I've got a few seconds to spare. We're happy to announce that Next Up Hero will be joining Xbox Game Pass on its launch day in June. The game's twist is fun and pretty easy to understand. Every time you die, a new hero rises.
It's called Next Up Hero, is that what he said?
You then find
Next
and revive
Up Hero.
any
I can look
player's
that
hero
up.
and use their combined power to take down the game's big bads. Check it out.
I'm about to say, you better show it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think E3 is going to be a lot of these kind of announcements, like these indie games showing up.
You really think that?
Game Pass. It's going to be on Game Pass. E3 is going to be all about keeping those subscribers.
Well, that's fine, but like I thought you meant like games like this.
Well, this is the kind of games that probably might get day and date on Game Pass, but they might get a third party. But this is the kind of stuff they're going to probably use to drive it. Like it'll be great if they get some third party on board. That's what they ultimately want to do, I'm sure. But these are the kind of... It's not going to be all this, but I'm just saying the Game Pass launch games are going to lean probably more to these type of games, not the indie type games. That's what I was trying to say, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yo, this game looks kind of dope, though.
It does.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
front. It looks super dope. Like, I like the concept.
Yeah, and you die and you come back or something like that. Like, list up hero. Hero up.
shit looks like a mobile game though, I ain't gonna lie. And shit that you play like comes pre-installed on like iPad.
Can you see the We are blindfolded. We can't see anything.
Take your blindfolds off.
It's like that Broforce feel like with the different types of heroes.
Can't wait to see that a little bit later on the show. Coming up in just a moment, though, we'll be joined on stage by a few dear friends from Undead Labs, the creative brain trust, behind State of Decay. At the heart of this zombie survival game lies a single question. How will you survive?
We need to hurry up and patch this game before lunch.
The "How will you survive" tagline is fantastic. On the surface, it's
I didn't
how
realize
will you execute
that
against
the State of
this
Decay
cool
logo
survival
was
plan
also
that you've
a
been
skull.
planning with your buddies your whole life. How will you survive
yeah.
going through the
It's a
actual
what?
consequences
It's a skull.
when nothing works out the way
It's
you
a bird
planned
holding
it,
a
when you
shotgun
can't save
and a
everybody,
and a
people at your
hatchet,
base are
but it's also a
starving,
skull.
and somebody is coming to you and saying, "Please, I just need a place to live." How will
I'm about to look at
you
it.
survive that?
You know, like I'm still looking forward to playing this game, but I'm no longer willing to drop that
While
40
you're
on
out
it.
doing all the action,
Yeah, I want to see what the co-op's about because unfortunately that seems like the weakest point, which was the most exciting point of it.
We're basically simulating what's going on.
To me, it doesn't make any sense why the game is peer-to-peer servers. Like, why is it not on the Azure? Like, that makes no sense.
Everybody in your base.
Yeah, I know.
Their kind of own
They gave it peer-to-peer.
What you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing.
No co-op base building.
How they'll let other companies use Azure, no problem, but you won't even you're not even letting undead, like, well, I don't know, maybe there's an issue that's beyond our fate that we don't know about, but still.
It should be
This
no
makes
issue.
no
I
sense.
mean, the game's
and then of course
running on
the noise
Unreal
that's going on
Engine
at the
4.
base,
Microsoft is just stubborn as shit, though.
interacting with the
Yeah, I think it had to do with I read that the developers didn't want to use a shared area because they wanted to keep it where they're trying to be very protective of the bases. They don't want people to come in, steal all your crap from your base, and then leave your game.
Oh.
So they like, well, basically, we're like, well, we don't want this shared area. We want you to have like you're kind of protected from trolls.
Well, you can always
Thieves was the opposite. It was like open.
make it to where only your friends can come in. There's games do that, but only friends.
Yeah, I know. There's gameplay things that you can to fix that, not by locking everybody out. I agree. They should have thought that out and put in game fixes. Like you only can invite friends to your game, no randoms. They're learning that in Thieves.
And steal kids move shit. I can go in and steal his shit. That's part of the game. You shouldn't invite him.
Exactly. But they learning that in Sea of Thieves though, because that open gameplay, people are complaining. So now they have private crews and stuff like that. So Sea of Thieves went liberal, and this one's going like really like strict. It's so strange. I don't know.
Sense of history. A background that feels like something that came from either the pre-apocalypse or post-apocalypse before they wound up with this community. How were they surviving? What were they doing in the world?
You'll be able to go in great depth and see how those experiences and those beliefs impact.
Yeah, everybody got the ultimate. They can enjoy, man. But I'm not gonna be.
Decisions you make, but
I'm gonna spend this weekend playing Omen Sight and Laser League, and I'll be there too.
Oh, this person used to be a police officer or was in the military. I can see why they have such good shooting skills right out of the gate. And then we.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to playing the game. It's just
some personality quirks.
I'm not gonna drop that 40 right now.
Different behavioral things.
Oh, you were gonna buy the Ultimate Edition?
Or some physical characteristics, like snoring is a good example.
Which to me,
make them a complete person.
So the Ultimate Edition, the Microsoft does in these games, is kind of BS because all you get is to play the game.
It is. I did it in Gears of War. It pissed me off. I got pissed in the Gears of War
You pay
one.
an extra $10 or $20 just to play the game 4 days early, and that's it. You still you don't get DLC, you don't get nothing else early. You're paying to play the game early.
No, you get all the expansion packs.
No, you get the season pass sometimes. The Gears of War, you got the season pass. Even though it really
the
didn't
Ultimate
happen.
Edition comes with the expansions of State of Decay.
People can get pissed off.
Oh, State of Decay does? Okay, well that's a good move.
Yeah, plus you get in early.
I immediately want to look for ways to be.
I know some games like Forza and all that stuff, man. All you got to play the game.
Well, Forza shady. They got hit with that one because it didn't include the VIP and it didn't include.
Well, they fixed that. They fixed that pretty quick.
They did fix it, yeah. But at first it didn't. Yeah.
Conflict with somebody else that's in the community, and that starts bringing the morale of the entire community down because these two are fighting all the time. And the little details of those interactions kind of come together into the simulation to give it that feel of consequences.
You know, we always balance that, the kind of visceral reaction of fun 3D action combat the open simulated sandbox world, and then that.
Well, the ultimate edition is $10 more. Them expansions probably ain't gonna cost too much on
so many more
standalone.
options for base building.
Probably $10 a piece.
That gives you the first game too, right?
Yeah.
And then the functionality that they each
That's not bad for $50, right? It's 40
Which most people probably not gonna play because they're not gonna get this if they ain't already played the first one. They're not gonna play it now.
And then
Yeah.
switching your farm's output production from food to medicinal herbs, so that now you're generating medicine for your community. Adding mods to your workshop, so now you have power in your workshop, and now you can generate and craft items that you weren't able to do before. None of those systems were in the first game, and it's really exciting to see what those options bring to the table in terms of people being able to realize their survival plans.
Is it weird that I don't want too much in depth in base building?
My favorite moment.
Is that weird to say? Like, I
sounds-
don't want to spend too much time in base building. It sounds like work.
To something horrible.
Yeah,
It sounds
it is work. It's resource management. The issue that I have with them is that it's not like physically you're building them. Like it's basically just blocks that you're assigning. Is this gonna be my medical block? Is this gonna be my house block? Like it's not really you could customize. You couldn't do it in the first game, but it would have been nice if you could have kind of built it out. Like,
Because I mean, I get a certain stuff for bringing your outpost up by 2. Certain stuff does this and I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool with that. I don't want to do too much base building.
Yeah, well that's what it's about, man.
I don't want to be happy to where I'm in the game. I'm having to spend 45 minutes to an hour trying to get my base right before I go out into the world. Like,
Well, you know what they said about these dynamic missions? That basically it's like, well, if you're low on medical supplies and that's something, they'll create missions. Missions will start popping up to say go pick up medical supplies. Like it kind of detects what you're, which there's no story to it. It's basically it's building that base. That's basically what it is.
Which kind of sucks too. I wish it had like an actual story mode.
The first one had more story I heard than this one.
Doug Williams and Wonder Russell.
At least set pieces, at least. I remember the farmhouse.
From Seattle. Yeah. Take about 10 minutes. I appreciate you making the trip. So we just saw a piece that
They still don't address my biggest problem with this Inside Xbox. It's too many talking heads. I feel like I'm watching like ESPN of gaming. Like they need to be showing gameplay, like people playing the game.
The one thing I can appreciate about it, it does feel that thing that we remember G4.
It is. You're right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We used to like. It's crazy how that's gone, but
why don't we kick it over to
yeah, G4. But why doesn't he have a control in his hand playing the game? Or these two people next to the Twitter board.
What's going on? Yeah. How did that? Why isn't
play the game?
Major Nelson, I'm
You
standing there.
We'll scan you in. Yeah, we'll scan in Ricari. Yeah.
No, I was told this was exclusive.
Yeah, he was in the game. Yeah, he was in the game.
This is it.
Don't make it.
Wonder you can
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I believe what ended up happening is you guys reached out to friends and family of the studio that had been around for a while, and you wanted to create the world of State of Decay. Yes.
We specifically reached out to Microsoft and said, "Send us your most handsome person."
Oh, that's why I didn't get an email. Brant called me as a matter of fact. I wasn't in that initial bit, but yeah,
I want Major Nelson in the game. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be. We just let him die.
A few times.
Just send them out there.
Not well at all. I do have to.
No flashlight. Send them out there.
First of all, the names that are assigned to me are absolutely hilarious, and the voice.
That would be funny if they had like randomly generated Microsoft employees just show up in your base.
My stats are low, but I can't zoom in on it here. But you can see.
That'd be funny.
Under Kevin, Kevin does tons of squats.
Tons of squats.
So whoever noticed that, I want to say thank you so much.
And which I think is Master Chief Collection announcement going to be.
Man,
it's going to Game Pass, probably. Game Pass.
No, I think it's going to get the details that it
really,
needs.
this one's talking about development. So
it's not X enhanced yet. It's not. It's just
no. They're going to say X enhanced coming to Game Pass next month. I bet.
I'm wondering why isn't there already? Why isn't Forza 7 there?
Of course, is going from
that should have been there by now. I don't understand why Forza 7 isn't in Game Pass. It's a Microsoft-owned
2 gig
studio game. Why is it not in Game Pass?
as much as we want, but a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. The Forza. It's Horizon's in there, right?
Which was a much better.
I don't know.
To move
None of the Forzas are in there.
Doesn't make any sense.
For lighting, we picked a couple different ways that we did it.
Just they're probably selling.
For interiors, which is a
maybe I don't know. Makes no sense.
Man, I was gonna say that, but I don't want to be the one.
Real time.
You let. Oh, I bit the bait. That's it. You got me in the bait.
Main bits.
And then of course you had
But I just think about Forza Horizon was like one of their best sellers. Like it still showed up on the. It's probably the most successful game of their, you know,
Yeah,
all their
90
franchises.
plus. I'm sure Forza Horizon 4 gonna be 90 plus. I mean, at this point, most people look at the Horizon series as the the best racing series going right now.
Exactly. So you know, I thought 7, 5. They could at least put 5 in there. Or 6.
Or 6 at least, right?
Yeah.
So that was what we
at least for one of their franchises.
You could have a robust gameplay experience with your friends.
Like I said, going back to the earlier, man, I just think it's super dope that they did the Xbox Addict tribute at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
That was classy as hell, man.
Yeah. They should do it again at E3.
You're helping them upgrade their
Yeah.
characters.
That'll be amazing.
They're going to get a bunch of cool multiplayer rewards.
Because you don't see that a lot. That's like, you know, just that kind of connection with the community
So it's nice to be
that they have.
but it's even nicer.
I might have to go on mute for a few minutes.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Cold hard loot.
Yeah, presents.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
presents.
Yeah.
Help me out. Get
And I
cool
found
stuff.
it's really
See, that's what I mean. This is too much talking. Where's the games? Where's the gameplay? Hold the controller. Something. There we go. At least somebody's controlling something.
Huge recommendation. Go out there, help your friends out, and you're going to get a lot more.
Level up your skills, get influence. Yeah, use it to claim
I might be
outposts.
delayed a little
There's
bit.
a lot that you can do with co-op.
You know one thing I wish they would allow you to do is shoot out the car.
Oh yeah, you can only use the like the doors or
You can only open the door.
Yeah.
You can only open the door. That's crazy.
Starting to roll out. This way, or your way, and you can say
The game,
if you want.
it is
Post-launch
pretty
plans.
limited.
What's going to happen?
We have
Yeah.
a lot.
Which is disappointing,
We're
you know?
definitely going to listen to the community. We want to hear what the experience is.
You know what
what they
sucks?
like, they want to see more
What
of.
put it behind
and
the
then, of
8
course,
ball
like, ongoing
was the
support,
developers
keep
coming out and
improving
saying,
the
yeah,
game,
this is a
making it
AAA
better
experience.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a AAA. I'm like, bro, like they shouldn't have done that.
No. And did you see the other comment where they're like, oh, we couldn't use the older engine because we have to build this AAA game and Unreal Engine gives us that? Like, I saw that one too. I'm like, ooh.
Well, yeah, I think because they are running on Unreal Engine 4, I thought that's an upgrade over the Cry engine. That they were
Cry engine.
But see, I think they set the expectations too high
Yeah.
by calling it a AAA game.
Do we have anything else from the?
Because it's not. This is still an indie game in my opinion.
It's
I mean,
a good one.
it's
Who
still an indie
designed
game.
such visceral and horrifying deaths for the survivors? I'll never forget the first time I overextended and got my best survivor ripped in.
Independence Pack.
All those squads.
Or is that you, kid, calling them triple I's?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's just a triple I game.
Triple I.
Yeah, it's a triple I game. Yeah.
That's alright, it's triple I.
Reed, Daniel, and Scott kind of put together some cool stuff.
You should coin that before somebody steal it.
All sorts of old zombie movies, like Romero, a lot of Fangoria.
Yeah.
The thing
that feeling of really tearing, and this one's great because you get the party, the pinata come apart.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in this footage here, but we saw that happen to Larry. We were recording this footage a couple days ago.
Wow, they all.
Intestines are fantastic.
Oh, okay, there we go.
And here's the thing.
Simulation.
Yeah, simulation, exactly. Yeah, each lovingly rendered. So, yeah, let's. Anyway, the thing is, the game will, like, these things come out of nowhere sometimes. It's sometimes you feel like you're great, you've got full health.
You know what they're playing on right now? Is it Xbox?
It's Xbox.
You run into a feral, you run into a juggernaut.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This thing's been demoed. Everybody I see has been playing on PC. Like all the.
Yeah, IGN and GameSpot, they've been using PCs, which is.
Yep.
Death is permanent.
The Game Informer did the console.
And I'm just so surprised they now have like Xbox Ones all over, Xbox One X's all over the place, just like showing us running on that. But I don't know.
Ain't nobody been at GameStop lately? Yeah, I know there's no Xboxes
I've
and
been
no
there.
GameStop.
Oh, there's no Xboxes, man. There's a Switch demo, there's a PlayStation demo, and there's an Xbox like wall that just says like
I have
Xbox.
my game. Every GameStop I've been in had the OG Xbox still displayed. Like
The ones I go to, none of them have an Xbox. It's just a TV like with an Xbox reel going on there. Like,
Exactly, with a sign on it.
And it should be an
Yep,
X.
nope.
You would think it'd be an X in every single one, but nope.
Yeah, even at Best Buy, they don't have. They had a freaking Wii U set up all the time. Instead, they don't have an Xbox One X. They just have that display that looks like it's just the Xbox, the S, and all just like laid out. That's all they have at Best Buy. No demo of the X at all.
On Xbox Game Pass.
Now it's a special day here at Team Xbox with the unveiling of the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which we hope will better empower gamers.
Yo, that shirt he got on fire though. That Hey Auntie.
Yeah, hoodie.
Yeah, let me go
The
fix
Xbox
up
Adaptive
my
Controller
kids.
from concept to what
All right, I might be on mute for just a second. I can go pick them up.
So there's 3 principles of inclusive design. There's recognize exclusion, learn from diversity, and solve for one and extend to many.
We had a ton of customers out there that couldn't play Xbox games, and they wanted to, and it was the hardware that we built that was blocking them from doing that.
Our traditional Xbox controller is industry leading. It's the greatest controller you can get. But if we look at it from the recognize exclusion lens, it's been designed and optimized over multiple generations around a primary use case, and that use case has a lot of assumptions. It assumes that I have 2 hands to hold it, and it assumes that I have 2 thumbs for these sticks. It assumes that I have a fluid range of motion and fine motor control to hit these buttons. It assumes that I have the reach to get these bumpers and triggers. And it assumes that I have the endurance to hold it for like a long gaming session.
And so once people understood that, hey, there's something we can do about that. We can build hardware. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. And it can open the door to Xbox gaming for so many new people. It becomes a no-brainer. Like you have to do it.
The process of bringing this product to life was really interesting to me, in large part because it wasn't something that sort of the company handed to us to go do. It was a grassroots product.
It was very hacky. You know, at the time it was a hackathon, and so our stuff looked pretty rough.
When the time it came to mature this into an actual product, there was a lot of questions around, okay, how do we get all the small details right? Like, big idea, awesome.
We had to rethink how we did requirements. We had to rethink packaging. We had to rethink everything about our hardware development process, and that has been a challenge, and it's also been very rewarding.
The Xbox Adaptive Controller is really the best option for somebody who has a hard time using our traditional controller. So we designed it to be as flexible as possible for somebody who has limited mobility.
A lot of the things that I thought were really
like it's hella dope what Microsoft was doing with this controller, man. It's just crazy to see the people, you know, fucking losers making fun of this controller, man. And
there's all these
Microsoft made a way for people
make fun of it though.
on the controller
because they losers, man. But it's just dope. Microsoft made a way for everybody. You know, you want to be a gamer, but you got some disabilities, you can be a gamer. And folks is being jerks about it. I saw one tweet from somebody tweeted out from, it was like PlayStation Middle East, like they was even like making fun of. I'm like, dude, y'all people ain't got no heart no more, bro. Everybody want to be a troll.
It's large enough on purpose to sit on your lap easily. These buttons are large and spaced out, so you could rest your hand in between them and be able to easily actuate either side. You can attach a tripod to it. There's all different kinds of universal mounts.
That's me. I gotta go on mute.
To a table, a lap desk, behind the chair you're sitting in, anywhere that works for your space. So the flexibility of this product was super important to the design.
I'd like to play
Some
Forza
of the
with
other
one
bits of
hand.
feedback that we got from the community was how important it was that these surfaces were domed. It makes it more comfortable. It makes it a lot easier to run your hand over and actuate the buttons. Another thing that we realized was really important was the stability of this on a table. If it starts slipping around and moving while you're trying to play, it's distracting and you're not getting a good experience. So it's a lot more immersive if you don't have to worry about that at all and you can just get straight to playing.
This is a product unlike any we've done before, and so you need the feedback from your users to make sure you're designing the right thing.
When we looked at the footage from Craig Hospital and we saw how their occupational therapists were using it, they were creating unique custom rigs sort of on the fly for a person. Like basically someone sitting down with a couple switches, some buttons, some joysticks, and the Xbox Adaptive Controller, and basically building a custom controller for someone on the spot. And for me, that is the real powerful thing.
Seeing people use it for the first time, you realize, oh man, I didn't think of that. For example, attaching buttons to the face of this, that we had no idea that people would use it that way, and they did, and it's really cool. And so that just really helps inform our design process and how we think about these products in the future.
The Xbox Adaptive Controller is really easy. You just plug it in, and then you can plug in various switches to control the buttons and the arrows and the joystick. And for me, that means I can play any game on an Xbox. You just set it up the way that works best for you, and you're good to go.
I mean, this is a very versatile platform, and I know that there's going to be plenty of people using it in ways we didn't think about.
Of everything I've done in my career as an engineer and as a program manager, the Xbox Adaptive Controller is something I am the most proud of.
I think that the true impact of this is not going to be seen until it's out in the market for a while, and our customers really understand, hey, this is a great product. It can make me better too.
It was just really gratifying to be able to bring something like this to life as a product.
Before, I could see my friends play all these games, and I couldn't participate. But now, I feel like I can. I can take my mind off things and engage with my peers. And it makes me feel like less of an outsider.
For more information on the Xbox Adaptive Controller, we encourage you to check out the Microsoft Story Labs piece online for a full in-depth story. And of course, always stay tuned to the Xbox Wire at news.xbox.com for all your Xbox news. Now, coming up soon, we'll sit down with Brian Ekberg from Turn 10 to reveal some exciting and new features and a brand new way to play coming to Forza Motorsport 7.
Don't get your ass whooped, kid.
And friends and 343 Industries to chat about Master Chief Collection and more. But right now, Graham, I think it's safe to say you're about to chat with someone who's setting foot on the Xbox stage for the very first time.
Last month, Hello Games shocked the community when they announced that No Man's Sky was making its way to Xbox One, including an Xbox One X enhanced version of this ambitious space exploration and survival game. And now I'm joined by Sean from Hello Games to tell us what we've been missing and what we should expect from the
This
game's
fucking
arrival
guy.
on Xbox One. Sean, welcome. I think it's fair to say that I never
He's
expected
back.
to be talking to you on an Xbox stage like this.
Yeah, I snuck in. I dug a tunnel to get here.
He knows.
Like,
He knows he's in the doghouse. He knows he's in the doghouse.
When is No Man's Sky coming to Xbox One?
Yeah,
He's an android.
He's
He's not
not yet. So July 24th is when we're releasing No Man's Sky next.
Amazing. Brilliant. There you go, July 24th. And my next potentially cheeky question is, what's the story on multiplayer for No Man's Sky?
Yeah, so this is exciting. When No Man's Sky launches, July 24th, you're going to be able to play with your friends. Kind of a full multiplayer experience.
Amazing.
Right? And this is something that, like, I wish we could have done sooner, but I'm so glad it's happening.
Lies, lies, lies!
In the studio for like the last 6 months, it's a really different experience. You know, No Man's Sky can be kind of, I guess, a bit mysterious, a bit weird at times, right? But like, and also sometimes a little bit lonely, right? Because it's sci-fi, and I kind of love that side of it. But this is very.
You guys think he's
different.
fibbing?
It's more Battlestar. It's like
He can't afford to
fighting,
fib
right?
no
It's
more.
Fun and
Lies.
and and kind of intense, right? So you can play.
But it'd be dope. People finally can get that multiplayer experience they thought they would get it first.
Or you can just come across.
I think this joint should have released a Game Pass on Xbox, but that's just
you
me.
can pair up together.
I already have the game. I bought like $20. I just wait for the update.
Work together to survive. Or if you're that guy, you can.
I want to say it's gonna be 40
kind of
when it
prey
releases on
other
Xbox.
people, right? If
I think
that's your
50,
thing.
50.
Yeah.
50?
I think it's gonna be 50, yeah.
Like, we've got base building as well. So you
PlayStation had a deep sale on it, so I just bought it, and supposedly it's a free update.
shelters to like complex colonies, right, spread across like multiple.
This joint should have been a Game Pass.
It's all online, and those are shared. Other people can come and visit and find them.
All I know is if everybody run back to this game and start playing it,
Broad game.
and I want to hear nothing about Sea of Thieves. You better give it some time. If you gave this game time and gave it a second chance,
Space battle,
Sea of
pirate, or
Thieves.
wingman. And then there's something which I really love, which is a thing we added in one of our updates, which was exocraft and vehicles, right?
Yeah, but this is like, what, 2 years of updates? Like, this is like...
Cat Daddy Fat Stacks.
Like, I actually had it, I've been playing it.
This bullshit. I still want to punch him in the face.
So I think this is like potential that everyone's always seen in No Man's Sky, right? It's something that, I don't know, it's a kind of game that myself and a lot of other people.
Yo, kid, man, we still got to get on Darwin Project, my dude.
Multiplayer world.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just really excited to be able to do that.
Hold on.
Yeah, you've been through a lot with this game, right? I mean, does it feel now that you're getting to the point where you're really realizing the vision of what you always wanted from this experience?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think when we come to Xbox, which is a fun thing, where we've got a whole bunch of like updates over the last 2 years that we've been working on, including
This man's under MK Ultra.
and they really expand the game, right? No Man's Sky was always huge, right? It was crazily ambitious,
right?
But like when I look at it, those updates have really kind of expanded and deepened every part of the game.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important point, right? Because especially Xbox fans in the Xbox community, they may not know No Man's Sky as well as some other communities, right? So tell us about what is exactly going to be in the Xbox version of the game that might be different from what people heard about in the past.
4K textures.
So, when you play on Xbox, I mean, and I think this is an exciting thing for us as a developer, you always like, sharing this thing that you've worked really hard on with other people. But for us in particular, it's interesting with Xbox because we get to make that first impression with people. We have a much broader and more expanded game. So when you play it, day one, you're playing that base, like stupidly ambitious game that a small team was making, but you're also playing like 4 kind of pretty major updates, in, like Pathfinder, Atlas Rises, Foundation, and now Next.
Right. So tell us about Next. Well, actually, let's talk about some of the key things that are in those other 4 expansions, and then let's move on to Next. So what are like the biggest things that you've added since the game initially released?
Yeah, I mean, No Man's Sky is something that we've been kind of working on and developing over the last while with these major updates. And the thing that's been really fun is kind of working with the community, and we want to do that more, kind of listening intently. So you've got like Foundation, which was our first update, and that brought base building. It brought kind of survival mode, creative mode. Suddenly you could buy freighters and things like that. You could start farming. And so that was like already No Man's Sky was something that people played for a long time. Like our average playtime was really long, but Foundation kind of massively improved that, right? Kind of went through the roof. Then we had Pathfinder, which brought vehicles. It also brought permadeath. You could expand base building a lot more. You could share them online and stuff like that. And that, for me, actually was loads of little things that we added in that update that made the game kind of much more fun, actually, just a lot slicker and things like that. And then most recently we had Atlas Rises. Atlas Rises was a huge update. It brought a mission and quest system. It brought like 30 hours of story. Really changed the game.
Has a story?
It got a really nice reception and a lot of people playing.
Apparently so. I had no idea. Honestly, I don't even know the premise, like the main premise of this game.
All right, let's start working on Next, which is what we've been working on. Let's take a year and let's make it the game we want it to be, right? Let's just, do the things we want.
So when you come to Xbox One and you ship No Man's Sky Next as well, I mean, does it kind of feel like a bit of a reboot for the game for you and the team at Hello?
Yeah, it's interesting. We've been working on this for 2 years in a way, like a year on Next and a year on updates previously that this all builds on top of, right? And that's a really cool thing. And we're lucky that we have a community.
They just need to announce the VR
this guy,
to the
because when
PlayStation.
he talks at the ground. He can't look anyone straight in the eye.
I get a real kick out of like working on it.
Notice that?
And kind of feeding them, doing things that I know they'll enjoy. But
he talks away.
I don't know. Maybe one day I will feel that No Man's Sky.
Yeah, well, half the stuff that he's talking about was in the 3 previous packs that are already released. It's all the new stuff that we're waiting for. I just want them to add VR support to the
what we're doing right
PlayStation one. That would be pretty cool.
So many things that
that'd be nice.
Get excited.
Yeah,
about
there's something different.
Yeah. This is.
Tell us
that's what everybody kind of wanted.
Vision, like after you come to Xbox, what's down the road for?
That was a cool idea.
Well, I think.
But yeah, there's not much of a story. Like it's like I played probably about a couple hours of it. It's basically there's beacons and there's things going on. It's really cool looking. Like it has cool it's looking, but
we're definitely better at that than talking about it. Right?
There's resource management, stuff like that too. Crafting.
To know everything that we're
like honestly, like out of all this, I'm really just waiting on this Master Chief announcement because something's telling me they're gonna hear this with the. It's gonna be 4K. It's gonna be on Game Pass. It's gonna be on Windows 10.
Oh man, Gaming Addict will not like that one.
When they are super happy with
he comes at me with that one.
They can't possibly change. So, you know, I really like making games. I don't necessarily.
If they do that, I might have to pull out the receipts.
Talking about making
I think you did a good job.
Even though, you know, you guys are very nice.
The chat on makes everybody just saying he's lying.
Welcome to the
He's back lying again.
We'll have you here, and will you come back and talk to us more about No Man's Sky?
Lies.
Sure, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Great, I'll take
Yo, the best was when they came out and they did the Jurassic Park thing. Like,
bro, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. The E3 demo versus what really.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
Like a Jurassic.
That shit was hilarious.
State of Decay 2, we've had the Xbox adaptive controller, and now No Man's Sky so far. But what's the community saying?
Well, tons of things, Graham, but Alex, I'm gonna let you start things out.
Whoa, you're being nice to me.
That's a first, I know.
I mean, how do you follow up that announcement, but with a little bit of, I taught him that.
Please show me one more time.
Whatever.
No, but we're all excited for No Man's Sky, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, this one I'm gonna pick, and I'll rag on myself for a bit. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. I'll tell you guys that right now. So to see fan art come out from you all, I love it. Every time I see it, we love GIFs. We love GIFs, but fan art is absolutely amazing, so thank you so much for that. What do you got next?
Okay.
I'll let you choose. It's all up to you.
It's
I
all
could
to
never
me.
tap out. There we go.
You're not good at this.
I know, I'm not good at this. Thank you.
Okay, where did mine go? Oh, and of course, I mean.
This was huge.
It was, I mean, I had no idea about just, you know, the assumptions of the controls just in the beginning, the way they set it up.
They probably don't want to read the comments.
I can't be more proud to work at a company like Xbox than I am today, and humbled by everybody.
I'm almost certain that screen is
the community is
filtered.
ready to receive
Yeah,
it.
the
Like
filter,
somebody's
yeah.
filtered all the
Yeah, cuss words, like anything that's that's filtered, and it only brings up the positive stuff.
I choked up.
Anything about Xbox that doesn't end with an X, like Xbot and all that stuff has been filtered out.
You all have the best crew that puts this.
Oh yeah, even the ones at the bottom of the screen too. Usually have scrolling.
Work you do each and every month. I got to tell you, it's not us. It's people like you, and you can't see it right now, but I'll call them out. There are 20 people with eyes on me right now in this room that make this happen. So again, like it's not us, but thank you all so much for joining us, and thanks to everyone sending their messages using that hashtag Inside Xbox. If you see your name on the screen or
selective reading,
you a code for the Ultimate Edition of State of Decay 2, you get to play tonight.
All right, so
let's find that one tweet of somebody going, "You got the best crew."
Reveal some brand new features coming to Forza Motorsport 7. And we still have Sketch and friends from 343 waiting.
They got new features coming for Forza Motorsport 7. One of them features need to be Game Pass.
That was nice.
They're playing with us.
Avengers Infinity War continues to tear through the box office records at theaters. Another Marvel gem has just released digitally on Microsoft Movies and TV, and of course Blu-ray, both in 4K.
Bruh, this isn't helping the damn
Talking
meme.
about Black Panther, and to celebrate the
Not at all.
It's not
making it work.
custom consoles that you
It's like a
can't
slap
win.
across the face too. Oh, we appreciate your feedback in the last two Inside Xboxes. Like, let's just tease that Master Chief
Oh
announcement.
man, come on with the Black Panther shit, man. Dog, like Livewire is looking like a genius now.
All right, everyone, we are here in beautiful Los Angeles, California, and I'm joined right now.
No,
exclusive. It is exclusive.
Todd Gurley, who's
But that controller, I mean, that console fire.
It is fire. I ain't gonna lie. It's fire, but come on, man.
But too many can't buy it. Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
Why
if you
show
could,
it if you can't buy
if you
it?
could have buy a bundle with the movie, that shit would have been dope. You think that shit would sell? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. If they actually sold this console with the movie, bruh, everybody be buying this joint.
You had a chance to watch
And a custom console, a custom controller, man. Like,
movie of the year.
they make out these things you can't buy.
But y'all know Twitter finna be a fool because they doing
yeah.
Black Panther on here, bruh.
What do? You like to game at all? How do you relax?
You know, my go-to.
Well, what the hell does Todd Gurley have to do with any of this?
Gears of War.
Shouldn't they had Chadwick Boseman?
Look, Chadwick Boseman, he's sick of being Black Panther, bruh.
Do you ever let people know
He
who you
done,
are when you're
bruh.
online?
He say Wakanda sometimes because he's sick of that shit.
I was gonna ask what the gamer tag was, but we figured we'd keep that one a secret.
Yeah.
Now there are only 5 of these. That
Too
are
much
available. We're gonna
talking.
give 5 people a lucky chance to win one.
Talking
I've
heads.
got one for you. This, of course, being the special edition Xbox One X.
Bro, I hate how rich people get free
Yeah,
stuff.
that makes no sense.
Drives me
Send
nuts.
something to
bro.
my broke black ass.
It's gonna be just for
Like,
you here.
Rich people always get free stuff. Makes no sense. Todd Gurley ain't finna go on no Xbox parade thanking y'all and advertising for y'all, but you giving them free shit. It's only 5 in the world. We're gonna give you one because you tired, girl. Get the fuck out of here.
Gorgeous. The second I saw it, I knew I had to have one. But there's only 5 in the world that are out there.
So you just gonna give it to these? What the?
Responsible for making this happen.
Oh my God, he don't even know what it is. Look at his face. He's like, "What is this box?"
On one side and kill
I can watch my movie on it.
What led to the design that we've got?
Yeah.
So basically, the movie was a face-off between the two. Literally, face-off. So I said, okay, let's make
Oh
this
my
a
God, please! This is.
We'll have T'Challa on the left.
I'm gonna be off the road with this
I was
track.
to win it,
man.
if I was to win it, I'd be making
They're all their custom consoles are dope, man. And you can't buy them. They're auctioned off, or they give them to
like remember the Iron Man one they had a few years ago?
I stopped counting after.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
The Iron Man one was clean as hell, man.
There's even a concept that contains every character from the movie.
That's absolutely insane because there were a lot of different folks in Wakanda that were sitting there battling, not just, I mean, in a bit for the throne, but for screen time as well.
Yes.
So being an illustrator, you know, there's going to be a tough one for me to ask, but how thrilled are you with your work? I know they say that art never ends and there's always something that you want to touch up, but it's got to be exciting that, you know, people are so.
They should sell it. How do you not sell that shit?
Yeah, I'm still trying to.
We're gonna make 5.
But it still almost feel like it's a dream to me.
Yeah, man, because that's Microsoft, for a company that most money in the world, like they slip on stuff like this, like sell this controller. I mean, sell this console. And minimum sell the controller because it will sell.
Out now on both 4K UHD Blu-ray.
Think about it, you got these third-party companies that's making Black Panther skins and they selling.
Oh, he's friendly.
Hello?
Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea.
Oh my gosh.
All right, get ready. He's gonna distract you. He's gonna distract you.
Microsoft is so stubborn.
Go, hurry. Go.
We're making 5.
Hey, you big monster, come on over here, you big dummy.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Okay?
Goes a limited edition.
Get the thing.
Black Panther console. Only making 5, but Todd Gurley, you bitch as hell.
Benji
Let me
said
get
the printer
you
ran
one,
out of
sir.
ink.
Our friends from Smosh
How's the
Games
show?
tackle the State of
Shows
Decay
it's all right right now. Kofi, how's the COVID? You got some breaking news on there?
Fear, survival, and a drink that tastes like asparagus. You don't want to miss it? All right, so let's shift gears now to Forza Motorsport 7. Graham, who do you have over there?
Forza.
I'm here with
Better
Brian
not
Eckert
announce
from
no
Turn
bull.
10 Studios, where the team
Give
has
us
been
something.
eagerly working on some exciting feature updates and brand new ways to play Forza Motorsport 7. Brian, thanks for joining us. Great to see you as always.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I just wanted to say thanks for you having me over to Turn 10 Studios last week to see some of the stuff we're going to talk about. That was amazing. And it's great to have you here because this isn't necessarily something that Turn 10 has always done, right? Talking about new features early.
Yeah, this is really exciting for us to be here because just as you said, we have never done this before, I would dare say, show features that are work in progress. You guys are going to see some stuff we've never shown off before, which is awesome.
All right, good. So tell me about where Forza Motorsport 7 is now compared to where you were at launch.
So, of course, Forza Motorsport 7 we launched last year. You know, biggest game we've ever made. 700 cars, huge number of tracks, 4K, HDR, all those things that you expect from a Forza Motorsport series game. But the last few months have been incredibly exciting because the team is so focused on the game and making it better and listening to the community, putting these really awesome new features in that are really a direct feedback from the community.
I actually just started
powering
playing
these
this
new
game,
features and
man.
all the things we're doing in the game. So you see spectate features, you see test drive and multiplayer, all these awesome features that the community wants. We're listening, we're putting them in the game.
Nice. I love the way you mentioned the community because you're blessed with an incredible community for Forza Motorsport, but that comes with a ton of feedback and opinionated feedback as well. How do you deal with that in the studio?
We love it. I mean, we love to hear all these different thoughts. The great thing about Forza is that it's racers, it's drifters, it's drag racers, it's painters, it's tuners, it's video makers, it's all these things you can do in Forza. Everybody has an opinion. We do our best to collect all of that, and I think you're really seeing that beginning to blossom in Forza Motorsport 7 with all the new things we're putting in the game.
Nice. Right. Let's get into those features.
Sure.
Where do you want to start?
I want to start with multiplayer.
Right.
Multiplayer, of course, is a tenet of Forza. Everybody loves to go online and race. But what happens in Forza is that all different levels of skill get together. That can result in wrecks and things like that. You even get people who are in there to ruin the races of others and grief other people. That's an unfortunate byproduct of being online together. And we're really focusing on trying to make online a better place. And you'll see some of the fruit of that today with what we're calling our race regulation system, which will be part of the game, sort of rolling out over the next few months.
All right, I think we were going to be able to see some of this on screen here. This is the new track limits system, right? Talk us through what we're seeing on screen here.
So track limits have always been a part of Forza. When you go off track, you get what's called a dirty lap, but it hasn't always been clear of what a dirty lap is and where those limits are.
Yeah.
One of the things we've done is we've completely rewritten the limits of every track, hand-drawn those limits that have been a bit squirrely in the past of exactly what is off and on the track. As you can see here, you have that illumination on either side of the track that's now clearly showing you what's off, what is on, and we think of this really as a teaching tool to teach you what are the limits here at Monza. Can I go over that chicane, or do I need to be on the track itself? How far can I push this? Because as you know, Graham, the further you push the car, the closer you get to the edge, the faster your lap's going to be. So we want to really teach the player just how far they can go on these tracks. That's the first stage of this.
And I love that angle about this. This is great for your hardcore players, for Forza Racing Championship, etc. And then you can toggle this on and off, right? This isn't on all the time. But what I love is that it's kind of a teaching tool, right? For getting a faster lap, which brings me to Time Attack. Tell us what situation there is.
Oh, so excited. This is probably one of the most exciting and asked for features from the community. They want this Time Attack. Time Attack, if you didn't know, was in Forza 6. Every track, every ribbon, every class. So it's really just leaderboards for every car. I want to show that I'm the fastest at Monza on this ribbon, in this car, and people love that. So we're bringing that back into the game. I'm so excited to announce that. I can't wait for people to play it, because it's one of the most requested features we've had.
That's awesome. And next, drag. Let's talk about drag.
Yeah,
this is awesome. I'm really excited to see this.
So drag racing is a part of Forza currently. You can go online and drag race with people, but we recognize that it's not the best experience, mainly because it takes so long to get back into a race. You finish a quarter-mile drag, which is, what, 12, 20 seconds, something like that?
Damn.
And you have to wait for a minute to get back to the front of the race and start it over. With the new drag system, we're calling it experimental drag, and it's going to be as part of our free play system in the coming months. It's not going to be multiplayer. This is just an experiment to see how this works and how people react to it.
And this is just at launch. It won't be multiplayer, right?
That's
You're
right.
Going to launch it out there, get the community playing it, get some feedback, and then see where you go with it, right?
That's the whole point. That's why we call it experimental. We're putting it out there. We want feedback. But you see, it's got things like you can rev the tires before the race begins. It's got the Christmas tree start. But most importantly, you'll see we're going here in the Huayra down the track. Most importantly, you can do race after race after race, and it just jumps you back to the start of the race at the end. You're not having to go back to loading screens or collect your rewards. It's like, do the race, get back to the beginning, worry about your rewards later. Let's do some drag racing. Let's do some quarter miles and just have fun. You'll see how quick it is here. There we're at the end of the race, finished second in this race, but we're going right back to the start. And this is what drag racers want. They want to be able to tune their car, get in there really quick, and do race after race after race. So here we are at the start. Again.
Right back in. And this is a true simulation of drag racing. So you're seeing the Christmas tree lights, you're getting the stats at the end, which drag racers will know and love and care about as well, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome. I can't wait for people to play with it.
What about drift?
Yeah, drift. We obviously have a huge drift community. We're doing some fun things for them. New steering angle options, new scoring model. We'll have more to say about drift, drag, all this stuff in the near future, so stay tuned for all of that.
Awesome.
And driving in dashboard modes gets me kind of sick.
Yeah, it's funny when you have 700 cars and you just keep adding more.
Yeah, same here with me. I don't play out of Forza Horizon, but when I do play, like I can't be inside the vehicle. I need to see the car.
Hyundai and the Honda Civic Type R this month. There's going to be new free cars coming to Forza in the coming months as well that everybody's going to be able to partake of. I wish I could tell you exactly what they are, but we're keeping them under wraps for now. Stay tuned. It's going to be awesome. But if you're a Car Pass owner, you've had 6 months of Car Packs. We're adding 2 more to that. That will be automatically part of your Car Pass subscription. We'll have more details on that soon. And the Hoonigan Car Pack, which was previously only available as a pre-order incentive, is coming in June. So everybody will be able to get those cars. You'll be able to buy those cars. And if you're a Car Pass owner, Hoonigan will be included.
Excellent. This is great. I mean, I just love the way that you keep tuning up Forza Motorsport 7. This is a good time to be a fan of this game, right?
I think so. We're really fired up in the studio because, like you said, this is a great time to be a Forza player. We've got all this stuff coming into the game. We're really listening to the community.
There you go.
Boy, we got
Hey, can you hear me?
in the future, and I can't wait to show it all off. It's going to be awesome.
All right.
Brian,
somebody
amazing.
said this is literally Gran Turismo Sport to a T.
Best lobby in video games at Turn 10 Studios there. It's absolutely amazing. And I can't
Blizzard B
wait
says he's
personally
driving
to sit behind the
dashboard
wheel
mode because it allows him to see the curves and corners.
Now, to honor these new announcements, we're excited
You look into the curve.
48 hours only All versions of
But my
Forza
sense
Motorsport 7
direction
are
when in that
40%
mode is
off
completely off. I
digitally
crash.
on the Microsoft Store. That's 40% off. So if you haven't picked up the title yet, there has never been a better time. But just like in Forza, you're gonna have to be quick.
Halo Gears and
Now,
Forza.
coming up later, our State of Decay 2 escape room experience with Smosh. We will survive. We'll shoulder pads and dehydrate.
All right,
food,
Master
save
Chief
the day.
Collection coming up
Stay tuned
next.
to find out. And coming up next, Larry will be joined by Sketch from 343 Industries to discuss the Insider program for the new Master Chief Collection update, plus some other Halo-related news I'm not allowed to mention yet, but I'm buzzing about it, and I cannot wait for you to see it. But first, occasionally a trailer for a game will drop that puts the whole Xbox HQ office on notice. And I'd wager that productivity dipped around the industry and the whole community when the latest
Teasing. This was that annoys me.
trailer galloped onto the scene. I, for one, am ready for yet another look.
Listen to me.
Bro, this is a filler, bro.
Yeah,
having a show like, bro,
Totally.
by now. You just
Oh, everybody's gone. They're all killing time.
I'm so sick of hearing about this game, though. I don't think it's gonna be all that.
But oh, here we go. Red Dead.
You've got to keep faith.
We saw this already. Is it a new trailer?
No, it's not new. It's filler. It's just in between. This is because since this thing usually doesn't come with commercials, they just
No. But see, this is what I mean. They do this, and they do this at a microcosm of inside Xbox and overall now with E3. They tease the news so much and build hype that people make their own narratives, and then when the news comes out, it doesn't live up to why they're teasing it. Like this Master Chief thing. If it is just Master Chief going to Game Pass, people are going to be pissed because
but you know
teased
they've
it.
been talking about Master Chief update for like a while. What they're trying to do, so it has to be to do with that, and that's
Yeah, it has to
we
be
wanna know how
more,
they're gonna
hopefully.
fix it and whatnot. But
Yeah.
it's inside
Well, it better
Xbox.
be.
I mean, we after 2 episodes, we gotta know what to expect nowadays.
I know, but just they don't need to tease it though, man. Like if this myth,
They have to
what I'm saying
remind
is
people
that
that it's coming on. They want people to.
I know, but they're making it the last thing, and it better be something that's significant. If it's just like it's going to Game Pass, thanks everybody, good night, people are gonna be pissed. They're like, I watched this whole show with filler and stuff for that kind of like, it's a substantial announcement. But they kind of built this anticipation now because they teased the news for the entire episode, and they do this so much that just come out and bring the news. Instead of teasing because you're building anticipation and it's going to lead to disappointment. And that's what they have a habit of doing.
October 26th. Game's 4 months away and we still haven't seen gameplay.
They're not going to show.
I'm about to
It's GTA 5 with
Alright, here we go.
Cowboy hats.
But first, check this out.
The ring is called Halo. As far as we know, it's a powerful and ancient weapon. Captain Keyes is placing the Pillar of Autumn in Combat Alert Alpha.
It's payback time, ODST. Move out.
Just this thing. Cartoon?
What is this? It's a Dave and Buster's game? Gotta be, bro.
It is a Dave and Buster's game. It's a Dave and Buster's game.
You couldn't put this on the Xbox though, for real? Come on, like give us something, like. Yeah, it's a Dave and Buster's game.
Engagement. There we go. Engagement number is Dave and Buster's now. Everybody plays that game as an Xbox player. At Dave and Buster's. Oh my God. Please. I'd never seen this before. An arcade announcement for like. Oh my God.
Halo faithful and of course James.
Oh my God.
All right, let's see what they got to say. Let's see what they got to say.
I gotta talk to you.
Shh. Fuck! What's going on?
These guys gonna talk about this?
Come on!
And hello, the arcades are dead, guys. Like, hello.
Huh, my thing is frozen.
Smooth. They're just talking about the arcade game.
Still? Oh, the fucking bull crap.
arcade game. I mean, like
assholes.
An epic arcade game.
Talk to me about the gameplay. How does that work?
Sure. No
Dave and Buster's, Chuck E. Cheese.
A squad ODST. The game is called Halo Fireteam Raven. So you are
right there. I can see
right
it
there
on
on my
your
shirt. You are the Fireteam Raven ODST squad. It actually
The gameplay.
During the events.
You point the gun to the screen. What the fuck? Gameplay.
You're there supporting Chief in kind of the adventures that he's having.
Oh my god.
It is a on-the-rails shooter.
Acting up right now.
So you go through different levels.
Fame, you still there? He said David Buster's and he left.
Yeah, I'm here.
No,
I
he's
also
trying.
have
He's trying.
I got it up on my.
Fighting a lot of
He's just stunned. I'm stunned.
I mean, I ain't tripping.
I'm tripping. That'd be hilarious.
I ain't tripping because this type of game wouldn't go over on the console anyway. So I'm not tripping on that. But
the fact that they're making this though, like where is their head?
Right here. Now, where did the idea come from?
What are they doing? This is what 343 is doing. Making arcade cabinet.
This ain't 343 doing this.
It's in collaboration. It's in collaboration. It's not them.
Yeah, that's the whole nother thing we're doing at 343. That's kind of helping them out a little bit. But 343.
Oh well, that guy works at 343 right there, not that guy right there.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. He could be here talking about it, but 343 didn't sit down and make this game.
Yeah, they probably just gave him, assets.
When we were little kids, and we got a chance to meet.
Yeah, 343. They trust me. They wasn't taking time from Halo 6 to make this arcade game, but that's why it's in collaboration with 343, which is a huge studio. So technically,
inside Xbox,
first-person shooter.
fact, it shouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my issue. I have no issue with what it is. I have no issue with them making it. My issue is
cool. I'll play it at Dave and Buster's.
Some of the biggest first-person shooters.
Why is this Dave and Buster's game on Inside Xbox?
Jurassic Park game.
And they teased it to the end. This is what I mean. They teased Halo news. Well, this is not Mr. Chief, I guess. Collection.
Looked at what we had from.
Oh yeah, they didn't talk about that yet.
Twist. When you go to Dave and Buster's and put your accordion, you got to sign into your Xbox Live account.
Yeah. Unlock achievements at the Dave and Buster's.
That's it, man. Take it. Yep.
Dave and Buster's. You see it? I told you.
Wow, dog. We've been
here first, folks.
Dave and Buster's.
There it is.
And it was going to be then roll out all around the world after that.
All right.
I'm gonna start giving away Dave and Buster's coupons.
About the Master Chief.
There you go.
Master Chief collection.
Let's talk about
engagement.
All right.
Yeah, well, it's not an arcade cabinet. Yes. So, as you know, this is kind of the definitive Halo experience. Yeah. It's 4 games in one. Actually launched back in 2014. Yep. And it really is the ultimate collection. It's all the greatest hits of Halo titles, but. Really, with the advent of Xbox One X, and as all these great titles are starting to receive enhancements to sort of take advantage of that horsepower, we had an opportunity to look at Master Chief Collection, look at years of fan feedback, and kind of figure out a way to how do we make this great experience even better to really be the definitive Halo Classic Collection, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I know that Halo, the Halo community, and 343, you guys are all about the fans. So this is really about going back and giving the fans what they want with this game, right?
Yeah, we have no shortage of feedback and passionate input on ways to make this experience even better.
A working
the
game.
team really started with that. But also knowing, like, what can we do with the Xbox One X to really kick this thing up a few notches?
Well, what can we expect with the update?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing Xbox One X owners will notice is the visual enhancements. I mean, the game actually still looks fantastic today, to be honest. Halo 2 Anniversary was really, really nice. But now with Xbox One X, we have a full visual enhancement suite, including HDR support. Right. I think James has probably seen it running in the office. Even in work in progress right now, it looks absolutely gorgeous, stunning.
Now, we talk about Halo 2 because, I talked at the top of the interview how I've known you for a long time. And you worked on Halo 2.
A little bit?
Yeah, you worked a little bit on Halo 2, so...
Deja vu in a weird way.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, because I remember sitting with you, I can remember it just like it was yesterday, sitting with you and you telling me about Halo 2 and what you guys are going to do with which was a crazy thing called the party.
That's right.
And so it must be really exciting for you who's worked on this franchise to go back and kind of, really bring it up to date and make it what it is.
Yeah, and that's important to mention because this project is bigger than the Xbox One X enhancements are awesome, but for everyone else, they're going to benefit immensely because I think the main thing the team has been able to do, a lot's changed since 2014, right? The Xbox platform has come a long way, Xbox Live's come a long way. So our team has been working really hard to kind of overhaul all the sort of foundational elements that help you get into games quickly, get with your friends quickly, how to keep playing, and it's just a more modern experience now. So I think we're really excited. We've already been testing this out in the wild. Great progress being made. Feedback's been great.
What else is the team cooking up?
So I think the 4K enhancements are huge. Sorry, the visual enhancements, HDR, all that. Matchmaking. Also working on some cool stuff like legitimate LAN support, something our fans have been asking.
Did he say 4K update? I mean visual update. And it's not
he corrected himself. He didn't say 4K.
That's on tap for our first update. Another cool feature we have called intelligent delivery.
Yeah, he said 4K update, but he's like, I mean visual enhancements. So
to discreetly install only part of it if they'd like to. So imagine that for hard drive space or whatever, you could just install Halo CE if you'd like to. Or just Halo 2 Anniversary. It also would allow you to install specific languages that aren't tied to the region you're actually in. So kind of a cool feature
so you
there.
can
A whole
install
bunch
one
of
game at a
improvements
time and
across
shit
the
like that.
board,
You don't have to
UI
install them all.
refresh, and then
yeah, because they're probably gonna be huge.
For down the road.
Now I know you talked about. Can
I get that ass right now? Can I get that ass right now? Can I get that ass right now? Can I get that ass right now?
The team engages with the community. I mean, you're doing it all the time. We were sitting in the green room backstage. You're going through your Twitter and all that. But what's really the best way for folks to get in touch with y'all?
So we have created something that we're calling the MCC Insider Program, and this is essentially a group of anyone that wants to be a part of helping shape the future of MCC are welcome to join us and be a part of this. And it's a couple different things. One, it's obviously feedback. We're always taking feedback. Ideas for new features, ideas for things people want to see like LAN play, or a custom game browser.
So they just said enhancements.
Feature update as well.
I don't know.
What fans really want. So that's one piece of it, but we're actually doing flighting now as well. So if you're familiar with the Xbox Insider app, very similar program. People will sign up with us. We will allow them to then play work-in-progress builds as we're developing, give us that feedback, and we just have this really close partnership. Starting already, we have one flight in the books. We have another flight coming up in a few weeks. And the team really plans to just keep this thing going as long as they can, continually iterating and improving, taking that fan feedback and making this game as good as it can be.
That sounds fantastic. Now I got to talk to you. Last week, my Twitter was lighting
Still
up.
don't understand how this game and other Forza games are not
The Halo Challenge, right? It just kind of blew up out of
makes no
nowhere.
sense.
A few years
So all of this
ago,
hype just to tell us that there's gonna be some visual enhancements and some LAN.
rendition of the classic theme song in the locker room.
Bro, I'm done. Bro.
We do?
Yeah, we do. Cool.
Missed opportunities with this show every single time. Missed opportunities.
Iconic.
It is very iconic.
Right? I mean, that's the only best way to describe it. So you were asking the community to do this.
We are. So, you know, this same player apparently is now in the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
He sang the song again. It kind of went viral last week. So we would love to see all of our fans do their best version of this. Hashtag Halo Challenge on Twitter. And we're going to pick one lucky winner to get an Xbox One X.
Oh, that's fantastic. I don't even know what that is. That's unbelievable. So, nope, not going to do it. All right. Thanks so much for James and Brian for joining us. If you're a fan of Halo Esports, we've got one treat for you right now.
So what did they announce?
Visual update. Something about
HDR.
You know, more LAN, HDR.
Support, being able to download each game individually.
That's it.
Language.
And yeah, LAN support. Oh, what's Gears Pro Circuit? Yeah, oh yeah, they're ESL stuff. Esports.
Yo, I think I stopped this thing.
Yo,
like,
man.
I don't know how to stop this stupid like thing from playing every time. It's like, isn't there a disable button?
Wow. They teased enhancements to this game. They didn't, I can't believe. Oh my god.
They didn't even show it.
Why did,
There's no
they didn't show it, right?
Yeah.
HDR enhancements. And they said enhancements, and then when he said 4K, he corrected himself and said visual enhancements. So they're not even confirming that all those games are in 4K natively.
Yep, it's not.
It's not. Fucking I hate that.
I am joined.
I don't know what. And then they announced an arcade cabinet for Dave and Buster's. That's their teasing. Arcade cabinet and Mr. Cheap enhancements. You know what, guys?
So does this mean Dave and Buster's has more exclusives than the Xbox One? That's what they gonna say.
That's it, man.
That's what they gonna say, kid.
That's a true exclusive of Dave and Buster's.
Get ready, kid.
I love he's like, what's the gameplay? I'm like, it's a light gun game. What's the how to describe the gameplay?
This in over a decade. So at normal esports events, you might have one.
It's pretty cool though. I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm gonna say like the Mario Kart arcade cabinet is awesome. Like that, like at Dave and Buster's, I play that all the time. That Mario Kart.
So we have a place called Cidercade out here. It's an arcade bar, and they got like Mario Kart and all that stuff in there. You pay $10 and you got unlimited play.
That's cool. Yeah, but I'm just like, you know,
season with the Gears of War.
I'm just like, you know, if they're talking like if that's their partnerships and stuff. My thing is that you're not giving your Xbox core things for their console, but you're making shit for everybody else. Dave and Buster's, PC, the Switch with online. Like you're doing everybody else. You're doing them a good. But the Xbox people, you're fucking giving them little enhancements on old games. Like, come on.
Absolutely.
You gotta give people a reason to get excited, man.
Yeah, they're getting everybody else excited. Like,
people are coming out in droves.
Fucking, oh my god.
Just have a great time. So
they fucking took care of Dave and Buster's before their own.
We've got monthly tournaments running from June
Dave and
all the way to
Buster's.
September. And that's free for all, 4v4, 2v2. It's just a casual, competitive, fun time.
Now, if you can make it, it's great.
It's like single player's dead, arcade is dead. Hey, let's like, oh my god, Dave and Buster's.
People who watch online, and we want to make sure we give them a.
Can't put that in Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, here we go. Dave Barr on tour. Dave and Buster's has an exclusive Halo game. Xbox. I told y'all. I told y'all.
It is.
I knew it was coming.
But yo, man, the problem is I understand they're trolling people, but like this shit's the truth though. That's the scary shit. Like it's just the truth.
Yeah.
Fucking Halo and Dave and Buster's. They get a new game.
Didn't make it, but here we are. Thanks, Tosh, for
And
joining
they
us.
say, you Xbox guys, yeah, you know what? That Master Chief that was supposed to work 4 years ago. Well, we're thinking about fixing it. We'll give you some enhancements. Enjoy some old crumbs.
Now, like I said, I'm cool with it being Dave and Buster's. I might wait for his like my local
that's
my
great.
arcade.
Wouldn't I just think that they should give the console owners the new experiences before they go put new experiences other places?
Yeah. The thing is, what the fuck, man? This is probably my cue to shut this shit off.
The social death. This Inside Xbox gotta burn. They gotta burn this show to the ground. Get it out of here because it just pisses me off.
No.
Pisses me off. This show gets me
rough stink, dog.
Because stairwells.
Man, fucking the show.
Wait.
Tasha, you put one up where you were in the garage, correct?
Look at this shit. Look at this. They got people singing the Halo song. Oh my god.
Reverb. Now, I want to implore everyone that's at home that the challenge is all about having fun. Right? And if you can't
This is
laugh
just
at
cringe.
yourself, then, you know, what do you do? Who's who's in Tashi's tweet here? Do you know who that is?
Oh, is that?
That's
Ghosty
Eric.
Yami,
Yeah, that's
right?
Ghosty Yami. That
I
is.
think he's a very famous Halo player. He should be really good at this, right?
I blame this on you.
What's amazing is that how much they dedicated this show to Sea of Thieves when it came out, and how State of Decay got that little thing. Remember the Sea of Thieves one?
Groaning? Is he alright?
I texted him and said, I'm sorry.
Eric.
All right, well,
Oh,
that
this is
aside,
this
thanks to
this is
everyone
what
for
we've
sending
come
in
to,
your
guys.
messages using a hashtag Inside Xbox. If you saw your name, and Mike, that's just you. We don't need to send
Did
you
the
a
stream
link.
stop?
We'll be sending you a game
No.
code for the Ultimate Edition of State
Oh
of
my
Decay
gosh.
2. Now, coming up next, Jeff welcomes Michael Dowse from, excuse me, I can't even see it, Larian Games to discuss Divinity Original Sin 2, one of the most critically acclaimed RPGs, or any game for that matter.
Oh my god. Hold
All
on.
right, so as of right now, our friends at Activision and Treyarch had their own live stream event earlier today, pulling the veil off Call of Duty Black Ops 4. They also premiered an incredible trailer. Check it out.
Black Ops, weapons free. Let's do it live. Guess who's back? It ain't a question. They know the name out when the presence of a living legend. What you heard is murder, you gon' need protection. So blinded couldn't see, so if you need it, you get direction.
You're gonna show the part where they like took stage time and thanked PlayStation, right?
What's this? Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm low key kind of interested.
No, I am, man. I can't wait to see what that. I heard Jeff Keighley asked. He tweeted out that he asked him if it's gonna be 100 players, and they said he'll get back to you. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be 100 players.
No,
Maybe
it's
it'll be
gonna
like 30,
50 to
30, 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just excited. Like I said before on the earlier show, is that how they're putting elements of all different the different maps and stuff like that in there. Like I think that's so cool. Like from the Black Ops games, like that's unique. It's not like just generic open map. But now let's see what Battlefield does. Like, you know, we'll see what theirs is. And I thought Battlefield was set up the best for like a PUBG mode, like for a battle royale mode. But I'll be interested to see how the vehicles function in this.
Sensor going live. Heels coming.
Do they got any more announcements? I'm not really interested in seeing that Divinity game. Like,
Nah, I think it's done.
isn't that game out already?
The original Sin 2? I think so. I think they're done. Dave and Buster's this summer.
Pre-order now and get access to the private beta.
Choice, consequence, deep RPG mechanics, 100+ hours of content, and a critical consensus as one of the great role-playing games of this generation. We're talking Divinity Original Sin 2, and before Larry chats with Michael Dowse from Larian Studios, we thought we'd set the stage. Take a look.
I've seen the damage Voidwoken have done.
And Jay Barry says they're willing to put games in arcades, but they won't try VR.
Yo, I'm back. It's like everybody's kind of walked away from this shit.
Yep.
Everybody just walked away. Like, how long is this? It should be done in what, 10 minutes? I'm over this, bro.
I'm just looking at Twitter now. Everybody's talking about the arcade cabinet.
The Master Chief thing was the only thing like that kept me going with this. I'm just
Even
like, I'm over it, bro.
He was like, hey, little arcade cabinet, put games on everything but Xbox.
Oh, my screen stuck? What the fuck? I don't know why at the last Mixer kind of sucks. I should have like had like a YouTube backup.
We gotta go back out there.
Okay. Find a powder.
That shit buffers like all the freaking time.
It's probably in there.
You really think so?
No, I don't.
Xbox. Here's a new game, Xbox. It's not for Xbox though.
Powder.
It's real bad.
Powder.
Oh man, people just. It's the truth though. It's the truth. I don't know why they put it on Inside Xbox and talk about arcade. That should have been a tweet from earlier today. Just a tweet, not a tease. For an hour and a half tease, no. That's I said it right before they do that. This is what now that's even more a slap in the face. Like they tease it. You build up hype, going, oh, it better be something big. They're teasing it, and it turns out to be an arcade cabinet and enhancements. Like, oh, like slap in the face and disappointment. And this is what they do. And I feel like they're doing the same thing leading into E3. They're holding on all this other stuff, and people thinking they're gonna have this blowout at E3. I hope they do, but they're building so much anticipation, and they do this. I don't know why they tease. Stop teasing. You don't have the place to tease. Just put it out there.
So it's an isometric
because you're building anticipation for not so big announcements.
What that means is it's a very systemic game. Like if you played it, you know the skills and abilities that you have are very important inside and outside of combat. So we give you a lot of different ways to solve your quests. Some you can even make up.
It's so frustrating.
Racial traits and all of the things,
whatever.
on the races that you pick.
They deserve what they're gonna get now. The arcade.
Wow, look at that.
It's probably gonna be fun too.
All of these different races.
Probably gonna look awesome on that screen and stuff like.
Sure. For example, you're looking at Fane right here. One of his abilities.
I haven't all the Sega and Nintendo arcade cabinets. I never seen them at a show. And that's a release of arcade.
Skeletons.
PX is tomorrow, Grand Gross. After tomorrow, we'll return to the Wednesday schedule.
A lot of games let you make choices, like, oh, I'll take this narrative choice.
I mean, all these podcasts come off my Wednesday when nobody rocking on Wednesday. The fame decided to come on Wednesday, and everybody come. Now I got to move to your old day. I'm about to move to Tuesday. Get away from everybody.
You know why I moved from Tuesday?
Why?
Because Dealers RDX is Tuesday.
It's ridiculous, bro. Wednesday between PX and then 60 frames, and then
that's perfect.
Yeah, 60 frames. Photo Rocks on there.
Photo Rock podcast moved to a different time zone because he moved.
But what
So
is
that-
what have you added or improved?
What time is he on now?
He on Germany time, so he has to do it like early in the afternoon or move it to a
Wait,
different.
was he out there for good? I thought that was temporary.
3 years, good enough for so it's like, my God, Mixer, come on, be useful.
Showing what you've done, as well as a bunch of UI optimizations and changes. And,
So when Phil Spencer teased that Gears of War was going to be on Inside Xbox, he was talking about they were going to host a simultaneous standalone tournament at the New Orleans Convention Center. That was the Gears of War.
That was
and Halo.
Yes, indeed, sir. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I see Xbox Wire just posted it.
I'm sorry, there's a bunch of airheads working at Xbox.
Yo, man, they got heads so far. I think they're all their heads on the fucking cloud.
This show, Inside Xbox, is a wasted opportunity.
It is. It's horrible. I know. There's so much they could do with it. Oh my God, there's so much they could do with it, and it's a goof. It's a friggin' goof ass show, and it just does more like.
Let me see if
Oh, look, Destructor already did an article. There's a new Halo game, but you can only play it at Dave & Buster's.
Told y'all what was coming, bro.
Destructoid.
Things are different.
And they deserve
When I
every
saw it, I
bit.
was like, that's Dave and Buster's.
Anything planned?
Yep, you said it. Sucks. I wish I could do Chuck E. Cheese. That's closer. But anyway. Mature.
Oh my
Halo's
God,
mature.
I gotta find one on YouTube.
There goes the media. There they go.
Mixer's on some dumb shit. Like, dude.
You trying to watch through your computer?
Huh?
Because that's why I switched to my Xbox, because I couldn't view it right on my computer. I don't think it's you, bro. Something weird going on.
Yeah, this is crazy. Well, I doubt they're gonna announce anything fucking.
That's it, bro.
I'm going back to Mixer. What are they showing now at Mixer now?
The game is in.
Was it
Call of Duty?
Divinity Sin? Divinity.
I want to talk to you about feedback, because you guys are doing something really
Which we got our hands on this at PAX South too.
Yeah, I think I have this game.
We had the classic system. We tried it.
Yeah, one day you got to come down to Texas, bro.
It's a video game. It has to be fun.
I got
you. Come on.
So what we did, a lot of ideas.
Come on down. We come to PAX South. I think next year I'm gonna come up to PAX East for sure.
Oh yeah.
That asks you questions.
So
we were just rolling
does
around
that.
laughing at how.
But you got to come down to PAX South, man. Come rock with me, Nick, J-Dub City.
And he's a guy who'll run.
J-Dub will be out there next year.
Where is it in Dallas? Is it in Dallas?
San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio's nice.
But like I said, plus, my opinion, I say if you guys want to watch the kids, I say bring your wife, because your wife will love the river walk and shit like that when the show not going. Because next year we all bringing our wives. Last year we went solo, but next year we bringing our wives and stuff with
I
us.
was going to say now, so when you were doing that, what kind of feedback are you getting? I assume you guys are pretty good.
This was like a Netflix Xbox comedy special.
We launched the first game with the controller and launched the controller.
Oh man.
To hone that experience, you never really know if it's right until you see that feedback.
They even played into that Black Panther meme. Exclusives.
Right into it, bro.
Right into it. Feels like I don't want to be memes, and now he's like, oh. And then I said Black Panther was exclusive.
Do y'all think it's time for them to have, like, if you're gonna do this type of show, you think they need to have like a young female hosting this show, like not Major Nelson?
Yeah, they need anybody but like Major Nelson in a suit. Come on.
It's good for him to appear, but this show should have been a fresh face, like a young.
Well, they got Jeff Rubenstein. He's young, like younger.
It needs to be a female hosting this show. I'm just saying.
My thing is that I feel like the only person that like keeps it Xbox is Major Nelson, but I just don't.
Major Nelson, but
I like him. He's the only one that kept it Xbox when everybody else was going wacko on everything else. PCs, clouds, all that other stuff. But like, I just, if this is his show though, like his Major Nelson show, and like, you know, yeah.
This show isn't new. It's an old show that was on a 360, right?
Yeah, but you want to see something scary? I'm going to tell you something. Go look at YouTube and go watch what this show used to be.
We've been showing some moments.
Go watch an Inside Xbox of what it was. Like, I don't recall it being this chatty.
Oh, it wasn't.
No.
Room experience. Now, what do you get?
It was not the chat. Actually, I don't want to go back. I don't recall it. I don't want to. Sure.
Some freaky recipes scrawled on a bathroom mirror. Some fluids that you probably shouldn't drink, but
how long is this, yo?
Yeah, and
yeah, this shit goes on too much.
In a beaker right there.
I'm about to abandon ship.
Well, I didn't like that, Ricard. Well, that's right.
This is
Stay tuned
bored
to
and
the
I'm
video
hungry.
and take part in a live, interactive State of Decay.
Then I still gotta hit the gym.
competition exclusively on Mixer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's fun. Trust me.
Like, I'm
You can win some
disappointed, bro,
codes,
like-
and what's more fun than winning codes?
Yeah.
And
Right before
you can
E3
help out our
too,
friends
man.
at Mixer.
They better
Right
show
before
out.
E3, they announced a fucking arcade cabinet. They didn't even talk. They didn't even say anything about E3. They didn't even acknowledge that E3 is a few weeks away.
They're gonna start E3 by showing the Switch and be like, "Yo, we got another game coming to the Switch, yo."
Oh my god.
Is this the
I know.
whole zombie?
Phil
I
even
don't
said,
know.
yeah, Phil said like, oh, after E3, you know, we're gonna, you know, we might do something different. Hope it works out. I hope he doesn't think Inside Xbox is gonna carry news announcements and they're not gonna show up at those other events.
It's me.
Hi, Mari. Mari?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Damien's here too.
Can't afford to do that.
you ready?
Can't afford
Yeah,
to
I
do
think
that.
that's our heads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damien and I are here.
Go.
We're kind of stuck in a pickle.
Let me ask y'all a question. While this
Blindfolded.
something interesting at least, y'all think that scalebound thing was legit a glitch? Like that?
I don't think it was a glitch. I think it was a.
My hands are tied.
I think it's coming back.
Mari, your hands are tied?
But one can
I
only
hope
drink.
so.
One can only drink.
Did y'all see Kamaya defending Xbox in a way?
His
Did y'all
little
see
short
that
ass. I don't want to hear about that, man.
One of these guys put out a tweet, like one of these trolls put out a tweet. Hold on, let me pull up on my screen real
Alright,
fast.
so, oh my god.
Can you grab
Some little fanboy, and he was like, Kamaya, please stop with Microsoft. Go Sony and Nintendo. Microsoft have no fan of Japan. Game on Xbox, no respect for Japan culture. And Kamaya tweeted him, go back to your nest. And then somebody else tweeted him, Kamaya's son, would you work with Microsoft again? And he said, our door is always open.
Okay. Oh, hey, I just remembered.
Because if Scalebound was to come back, it has to be Platinum or Capcom to make the game.
Reach anything on the outside?
All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is cringy and
Okay.
This is trash, bro.
Here, let me get
This is trash.
They burned me
This is what
again. They got me
This
again.
is what they spend their money on. Escape the rooms, but make the game but release a game that has bugs.
We need a key to get out of
Let's do escape the room though.
This is trash, bro. This is terrible.
Shadow Walk just tweeted out that they got State of Decay cupcakes. They put those. They're spending money on State of Decay cupcakes.
What if, hey, what can you see over
But I don't know. Crap doesn't work. Out of here,
You
man.
sound terrible right now, dude.
Where?
Yeah, man, they piss me off so
What
much.
do you see outside of your game?
All right.
This is the third time around.
State of Decay comes out tonight for the Ultimate Edition. I'm sorry, I got that one pre-ordered, so at least I got something to play tonight, man. My God, this is annoying.
Good idea. Wait a second.
This is terrible,
We
dude.
have belts. Will this help you?
Terrible.
Yes.
Wait, you guys have belts, Vaseline, and tissues?
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Hey guys.
I'm not even looking at the screen no more. Like, I'm looking at y'all.
Okay, what if?
Like, on Twitter. Like, I'm not even watching this, bro. I can't deal.
I have it on YouTube now because Mixit was not working, but
I just don't see anything.
yeah.
Get that thing. Yeah, new plan. Get that thing.
Why are you trying to get the keys when we? Okay.
Get that thing.
What do you think, Mari?
I bet we can drink it.
I am
All right, ready?
at a loss on.
These shows are too long too. Like 6:30 goes on.
Yeah, it's been an hour and a half so far. How much longer is it? This gotta be it, right? They gonna end on this?
Gentle.
It's a shame that, you know, you actually can't wait for something to end.
What are we gonna do with this?
I don't know. Drink it.
Yeah.
Chloride
I was
injection.
hoping it
There's
would
too much. Like this is.
Like,
Inside
I do
Xbox.
think Xbox gonna have a fire E3, bro. Like, I feel like I have a fire E3. But this show was a mistake.
They better. I mean, the thing is, I think, you know, because we all want like a legit Xbox like Direct or a legit Xbox like, you know, mini show like how PlayStation has it and stuff like that, where they can announce games, and you get this monthly thing, and it's just like, dude.
I want all of
There's yet to be a good episode. Like, the best part in these first 3 months is those Xbox games there.
Oh my god. So this is what I mean. Like they put somewhere on 343 employee put for your information, if you've been following Master Chief Development blogs and on the inside program, won't be anything discussed you don't already know. This is more of a recap to the masses. That said, I promise you that during the Halo segment, there will be something that completely surprises you.
Yeah, the stupid Dave and Buster's thing.
Exactly.
What we would call a power difference.
Right, hype it up for it to be.
That's what I mean. That's why they gotta shut up. It pisses me off. It just changes. It just is wrong. Just stop it.
Oh no.
That's why I changed my name. That's why I do my YouTube channel. They drive me crazy, man. I swear. They drive me crazy. I have no problem with the hardware. I just don't. They're messaging and they're destroying everything that they built up. I listened to Seamus Blackley. Did you hear what he? You gotta listen to that video of him and Ryan McCaffrey. Why they created Xbox? Because Sony was putting like some Linux on their thing and they could do it better. And he said that PC development is like a Russian bazaar or something like that. It's a mess. That's why console games look better than PC games, because it's a closed system environment. And PC, you got to worry about all that. And he says that the reason why PC development sucks is so hard is that we have to dumb down our games so it runs, so everybody gets an equivalent experience across all different configurations.
Oh my god.
So are we getting dumbed down experiences on Xbox because Xbox is concerned with how it runs on PC? I don't know. But that's what Seamus said. The reason why what holds back PC development is trying to do that. And it's in his interview. They had to dumb down. That's what he said. Dumb down the game.
What are you doing?
No, I don't know.
What'd you do? We can literally just pull this door open. Are you kidding me? Well, now that we've hit the emergency lock, yes.
What the fuck are they doing, man?
Trying to escape the room because this is all about Xbox.
Guys, don't worry.
They could have just played State of Decay 2 trying to escape.
No matter what happens.
Exactly. You think so, right?
Okay.
You go ahead. No,
Put a friggin' controller in somebody's hand and let them play the game co-op.
I can't take this no more, dude.
Do we copy?
I can't watch this no more.
Can you come and get us now? Hello.
Oh my god.
Unit 17, we have received your distress signal.
People in the YouTube comments, people are like, this is what Microsoft is doing instead of Scalebound. This is not selling the Xbox. Everybody like selling my Xbox. Oh my god. I don't think they're real, but my goodness, everybody's saying this is like.
We've been cured as well, so please send help as soon as possible.
Actors are better than Xbox games. My god. They are turning into a meme of video games.
Yeah, we're responding. We're here. Yes, hello.
Turn into a friggin' meme. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Hi. I found some keys.
Oh, look.
Cage one.
She came back.
And look it. I'm studying Morse code.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, we got one. Hello. Is that this guy? Stop with the gurgles.
Just put this on the State of Decay YouTube channel. Why is this part of Inside Xbox?
Great.
Do you need to know Morse code?
Oh, this is what the rest of this place looks like. How nice.
This is ridiculous.
Distress beacon. Guys? Distress beacon. Guys?
All right, dude. I'm getting out of here. This is ridiculous.
Yep. That's the best thing you said all night.
Yeah, man. I'm done with this. I've been done with this.
But kid, man, one of these days, man, you know my show bi-weekly, so you gotta get PX, man.
Yeah, yeah, we can. Yeah, your show's at 7 or 9.
Me, I'm 7 p.m. Central every other Wednesday.
Central, so that's what 8 o'clock for me.
8 your time, yeah.
Can't get me.
And we do bi-weekly, so man, on one of them days when I'm off, man, you gotta get me on.
Gotcha.
Cause this ain't it.
I don't think this guy's gonna be helpful.
We only have a little bit of time to get out
People
of
here.
Yeah,
give us the news.
There's no other announcement right there. It's already fucking 8 o'clock, man.
Oh my god,
man.
There's a lot about
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. I would be really. I mean, Major Johnson comes on and announces something like that would be like.
Well, that would be. Then this doom on them. They should have said something earlier though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right, the next
time
I do one of these would be for E3. All right, we're out of here, guys. I'm sorry. This is just this is beyond me. Right now. But peace.
Yeah, guys.
I don't know why we need